Fashion is life, but Style 41 is all about the life of a fashionista. My name is Rhoda Ebun, and you're welcome to a brand new episode. Now, in the words of Pharrell Williams, fashion has to reflect who you are, what you feel at the moment, and where you're going.
I have two amazing guests with me on the couch. I have Lara, designer and publisher of Red Edit. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And then I have fashion editor and fashion stylist Ifeoma Odogwu. Both of you look amazing. Ifeoma, I like your simple and chic style.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love your shoes. I love perspective. I love your shoes. So we have a tradition on the show. We have what you call the glam cam. So we can get a 360 of your fabulosity. So please step into our glam cam. Ifeoma, let's have you first. Thank you, Lara. Step into our glam cam.
Thank you.
Love your dress. Your dress is so cute. All right, thank you. Welcome once again. So I wanted us to chat about, the importance of fashion editorials in fashion, for the fashion industry. We all work in fashion, and in particularly Nigeria, we've seen how I feel like there's a lack of coverage, do you understand? But you're a publisher for an online fashion magazine, and you have worked in fashion. So tell me, what do you think is the current state of, fashion editorials in Nigeria? Lara, I'll start with you.
I think over the years we've improved on picture quality. We've had amazing photographers rise up and do amazing things and take amazing pictures. And we've had creative perspectives from really incredible stylists. But I think generally we need to work on exporting most of our work. It's okay for us to do what we can within and promote our fashion within, but the main goal is to take it outside as well. Yeah. So I think it's something that is still building and can continue to build on.
Building? Yeah. Okay, Ifeoma, let's have your opinion.
Well, I think that you can relate this to the decline of print magazines. For most of us, the first time that we will come in contact with a designer or a brand, regardless of whatever it is, it will be on the pages of magazines. So the fact that most fashion content is rapidly moving online, and a lot of the print media who used to be, or rather who are still very responsible, in my opinion, pushing out these stories and these images and this amazing fashion and the creatives that are working to create it. The fact that a lot of them are not simultaneously moving online as much is where I think that the problem is. So I think that ultimately it's the media's responsibility. So we need more magazines, more creatives, more people to do an amazing job, and it's a collective responsibility. So the more that we tell our own stories, because no one's going to tell it for us here. So we tell our own stories, take our own pictures and all that, and push it more.
And create our own content.
Yeah, and try to create audiences both in print and online. So I feel like print magazines need to be print magazines, but also have a lot of presence online.
But
so that would help in the editorials being pushed out more frequently, and people seeing the amazing
So are you
fashion.
saying that we should have more online coverage than print? Because I feel like print is becoming slowly extinct, and there's just something about having that feel, that look and feel of having that gloss. Like you already said, we all grew up interacting with designers on print. But so are you saying that we should have more online than print, or more print than online, or they should just be a balance?
Well, like it or not, a lot of the audience is moving online. These days there's the culture of people not wanting to read as much and just look at pictures and just keep it pushing and all. So it's the audience is moving. So as the print magazine, you would have to move as well. So I think that, like you said, the look and feel of print is, it's unbeatable. It's not going anywhere. And I think that for lifestyle and for obviously documentation and all that, print is always going to be print. But at the same time, if you put all of this in print, who's going to read it if no one is, if all of the audience is online? So I feel like as a lifestyle, print should retain its, print, and then also, export the content online, so that at the end of the day, fashion is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you can't say, oh, let's have more print magazines. If people are not going to be reading the print magazines anyway, why not, share this amazing content instead of having it stuck in the magazine, and having a few people, like me, who love print, just keep reading. And also, yeah.
But do you think in our industry, particularly in Nigeria, we have enough coverage, fashion coverage, editorial-wise?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because our, first of all, our market is unique. I feel like here, fast fashion is
what it is.
It's what it is, and because of fast fashion in quotes, a lot of people don't get to fall in love with the art of fashion, like the editorials and what really takes the industry. So everything is fast now. Nobody wants to settle and look at pictures and like, oh, this is an interesting garment. How did it come together? Those kind of things that like
that
people
we find fascinating.
Yeah. So it's I feel like from my experience, it's missing a lot, and that's because everything is fast. But it doesn't mean that this editorial shouldn't continue being put out there, because the fashion industry is growing here, and it's a responsibility, and nobody is going to know about these creatives and the work that's happening here if the magazines and the media, the stylists don't continue to push.
So you worked in editorial for a long time.
I still do.
You still do? Good. Yeah. So do you have challenges in curating like editorial content?
So I wouldn't say that I had a challenge. Many times it was about, trying to fit in as much creatives as I can, whether it's a designer or makeup artist and all. But, at the same time, I'm one editor and, from one magazine. I like to see a lot of,
other editors
doing the same thing, trying to push out the stories, because that would inspire people to create more.
I agree.
Yeah, because as much as we don't have, I've heard that we don't have enough designers. Well, we also need to.
I think we have too many designers. I'm not even going to.
No, we don't actually. We don't, and it's our job to keep,
So you say we don't have enough designers, or we have a lot of fashion brands but not enough designers?
No, we don't have enough fashion.
Okay, so we have a lot of fast fashion brands, but not enough designers.
Yeah, I don't even think that we've got enough. I don't think we have enough.
Really?
Yeah.
On both sides?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I feel like our fashion industry is still very baby. I still know a lot of people that would still take money out and always shop. We're not there. We need to be there where like all of our
there's no other option
stuff is from here. Not that you can buy from outside, but we haven't gotten to that. Like where's our fashion districts? Where are we going to go to? There's not enough.
Yeah,
brands
I
for
get
that.
it.
Instagram is good, because it helps people sell seamlessly.
But there's nothing like Oxford Street.
There is nothing like Oxford Street. So for me, and it's part of the industry. Like when you walk down Oxford Street, sometimes it's not even about shopping.
It's that feel.
The spirit,
it's that feel of being in a fashion space.
Exactly. So we don't have that yet, and I think that's what I keep wishing and looking out for. So the more the merrier for me. I don't think it's enough. I don't think there are enough designers. I don't think that there's footwear designers. I don't think there's enough photographers, enough stylists. It's not yet there. So it's coming. But I know it's not yet there.
Would you say that the reason why it's not yet there is because there are not enough recipients for it? Because you say there's not enough stylists, but there have to be enough people that appreciate stylists for there to be stylists. Because if there are more stylists than clients, then there's a problem. Yeah. You know what I mean? If there are more people if there are less people who need photographers than there are photographers, then there's a problem. So if there are less people purchasing fashion brands and we have more designers, there's a problem. So I guess it's the receiving market that is not big enough
for the
number. Yeah, that's for the number.
Yeah.
Gosh, not to always be on the disagreeing side, but I think that sometimes people don't know what they want until you give it to them.
Okay.
Right.
Good point.
So initially we would see like celebrities maybe hiring stylists or photographers, but these days, like every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants a birthday photo shoot. It starts from there.
Yeah.
I've got ordinary people that I style that are not celebrities. They're not even socialites, but they're like on my neck every time. Like, oh, I need to travel. Like, help me pack. I've gotten some of that requests and all. But I think that the more that they know that these things are available, do you know what I mean? Then the more they're likely to lean in. We see a lot of people like buying Nigerian and patronizing more Nigerian, but it wasn't always the case because maybe they felt it wasn't like accessible to like regular civilians in the case. But now we're seeing it. So I think that the more you push out your content, the more people are going to be first to look like, hey, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean?
True.
That's what it is.
Okay, Lara, you run Red Edit magazine. Do you think that Red Edit magazine is doing enough in terms of contributing to the fashion space?
Yes, I think we are doing amazing so far. But obviously, of course, we can do more. There's always like that big room for improvement. And we try to balance like our content, posting international content with Nigerian content, with not Nigeria, like locally based fashion designers and African content. So it's not like, it's really like, what will I say? It's something that we really constantly need to work on and see how to, marry both content to keep the page synchronized and still push out what we need to push out. So it's working, like as I said, like it's something that is still building. So definitely we need more like fashion editors, we need more real fashion editors, because you find out that the more you push fashion, only fashion, people get bored. Yeah, so you have to, sometimes we have to put in a little bit of comedy, a little bit of lifestyle, a little bit of societal events and happenings, especially during this period. But then we're still, our major focus is fashion. And being fashion being our major focus, we tend to give it our priority because it's not even trying, it's what we do. We publish lookbooks, we publish articles, fashion articles, we publish fashion covers and magazine covers. But the issue is the more like the frequency at which we get these covers sent in, or these articles or these lookbooks. We've seen that a lot of designers and probably a lot of fashion houses have reduced shooting like high-end editorials, maybe because of the costs, and them not really getting value back for the editorials. I know when I used to run Elan Red, it used to be one of our core. I love editorials. I love pushing out content. I love going the extra mile just for people to appreciate the clothing and the art. But then not everyone, because it's time, apart from time, it's money first. And sometimes it doesn't translate to the kind of sales that you want. But you can just see a designer do like a 5 seconds or 5 minutes real video, and they really they get what they want. So they don't see the need to go the extra mile.
Wow.
Yeah, but
so social media is also a problem.
I mean, it's a problem, but it's a good, let's say it's a good problem. But we've seen like really nice, good designers and good prints, houses that go the extra mile. Like we just did a cover with PR and media girls.
Yes, I saw that. That was good.
With Yeti, Mossy, and Tosin.
Yeah.
And then I know like it's something that is supposed to be pushed out consistently month after month. But because of this
financial cost.
Yes, we have to put it out like quarterly. So those are one of the issues. Those are some issues, and I know some of my colleagues that can't even do covers. They really can't do covers. Yeah. So really, it's just,
or they can't sustain cover because some people start and stop. There's something that Naomi Campbell put out on social media like a while back, where she wrote an open letter to Vogue that there needs to be Vogue Africa. And there was a response from another fashion publisher in Nigeria saying that no, we don't need Vogue Africa. What we need is investors in the editorials that we already have. What's your take on that?
I think we need Vogue Africa, just to be honest.
You think so?
Yes, I think so. Not because our local media isn't doing well, but because if they have Vogue Italia, why can't they have Vogue Africa? You can as well come, tap in, and see what we have. And also, that's even a sure way to even export our content abroad, which won't cost you or I or Ifeoma money. They are coming to bring in their money. They are going to hire us.
Okay.
Do you understand? And they're going to also, we're also going
They
to
hire
learn.
us.
I mean, they will hire us. They will hire our stylists. They cannot.
Yes.
They can't do that. They will hire our stylists. They will hire some of our photographers. Because I've seen the cover with Tiwa, Mr. Easy, and it was Nigerian stylists, creatives, photographers, and everything.
Yeah.
So I think they
saw
are
that,
seeing our worth. Like, imagine we have really gone.
Yes.
We are better. They're seeing our worth. I remember the Kanye had the girl, Nigerian girl. I'm so sorry. I'm bad with names. I'm extremely bad with names. I'm sorry.
Yes,
so they're seeing our worth. Like, they can't be blind. So I'm sure they'll definitely hire like 80% of us to do the work for them, and it's also a sure way to send.
Ifeoma, do you agree?
Yeah, well, I agree because you need to get what we need is the investors. We need people to invest, but we know that our market is unique, and our investors
And Nigerians are wired differently.
They are wired differently. So the more big name media that we have, the more investors look in, and like you said, if they hire Nigerian content, then these investors are they're sort of forced to look into, okay, what's happening here, what's going on here. The African fashion, like the way that we create, how we do our events, the things we wear, we have our spice that's going to be different from Vogue Italia or from Vogue Brazil. So why not, by all means, help push this out,
African narrative.
And employ. Yeah, so I'm all for it. I'm also all for investors. Sometimes it's sad to see, like, when you have like a fashion week and then you see that there's just one sponsor, two sponsors, three sponsors. Like I'm used to, like, reading about fashion week or like attending fashion week abroad where there's like a zillion sponsors, and then you've got like one or two main sponsors. Sometimes you even have like a lot of big brands having like minute content in the grand scheme of the fashion week. Meanwhile, here they have the one brand and then they dominate it.
Everything.
Everything is painted in their brand color. Allow it to be fashion.
All right, I agree. Thanks, Ifeoma and Lara. We'll take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll be playing some games. So Lara and Ifeoma, we're going to be playing a game called Trend or Tragic. I'll just be asking you a few things that is in the fashion space, and you tell me if it is trend or tragic. So, yeah, here you go. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Gingham prints, trend or tragic? Cool. Cycling shorts, biker cycling shorts, trend or tragic?
It's old. Thank you, please.
God, I swear nobody can catch me ever wearing cycling shorts ever. But then again,
well, I feel like it's if you
just have that underwear feel.
If you have the body for it,
if you have the body for it, I personally love it. So
yeah, if you have the body for it,
if you have the body, and I don't know, there's something about it that makes me look like that those tights that you wear, like styles. Yeah. So when I'm like, why people go around in their tights?
Hailey Bieber made it very popular, just as it was about to go out.
Even Kim.
Yeah. So just as it was about to fizzle out, those pictures filled the internet, and I was like, okay, and I wore it out the next day. I'm like, hello.
Okay, fanny pack, trend or tragic?
Tragic.
That's me all day. That's me all day.
I'm serious. Anyway, I'll just leave that. Okay.
I'm ready for it to be done
all day.
I think I'm tired of.
But is there a difference between fanny packs and belt bags?
They're all the same.
I think belt bags are just elevated fanny packs. They're just elevated fanny packs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, belt bags, please just.
Okay, extra mini purses, those really tiny ones.
Oh, love. I love.
What do you put inside?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I just love it. My choking.
Total waste of money.
It's the most senseless thing.
I mean, the most senseless thing ever.
Oh my God, you take the nicest pictures with it. Trust me.
Okay.
Get one.
Square-toed heels.
square-toed.
Guilty.
Good. Trend.
Yeah.
All right. Cat suits.
I don't have the body, so I'm eating.
Tragic.
Tragic.
All right.
It's always been tragic.
For me, I don't know. I've never really been a fan of cat suits.
Nah.
Yeah, it's always
Jumpsuits,
been
yes.
tragic.
Boiler suits, yes. But cat suits, no.
Yeah.
I've always only had
Leave it in the music videos.
It just looks so costumey
Yeah,
to me.
music videos, just leave it
All
there.
right. Bucket hats.
Yeah, like
Tragic.
She said
really?
trend.
I like
Okay.
sometimes.
Kitten heels.
Oh my
Trend.
of course.
All right, cool.
All day.
Dad or chunky trainers.
All day.
Trend.
Okay. Now, shoe worn over pants. You know this trend where people wrap their sandals over their pants?
It's for influence.
Trend. I love it.
You do.
I think sometimes, maybe depend on the pants you're wearing. If it's like
Depends,
skinny
yeah.
jeans, okay, but if it's like all those really wide leg and it comes out looking funny in the end, it's just
I
weird.
think
So
that's
I think depends on how it is styled. But that's it. Thanks guys for coming on the show. I like that it was very interactive and
Thank
you know
you for
you.
having us.
yeah. And we're not done yet because Ifeoma will be sharing with us 5 411 tips. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Ifeoma Odogwu and I am a fashion stylist and fashion editor, and here are my 411 tips. So these tips are, they're sort of personal to me, and so anyway, here goes. So first of all, never buy something that you can wear in more than one way, or you can wear at least 5 different ways. I like to make sure that my purchases are, are sustainable first, and the great quality, so that way I'm okay to style it in different ways and get the most out of whatever I buy, whether it's a purse or it's a pair of shoes, pants, whatever. I have to be able to wear it in more ways than one. So my second tip is invest in basics. So when I say basics, I mean like invest in nice pants, invest in a structured bag, invest in things that are going to be timeless, because like we know, trends come and go, but your basics are never going anywhere. So invest in basics. My third tip is accessorize. So personally, like, I'm learning that as well. I know that's trained, but yeah, like I would accessorize on like at a shoot or like client. Personally, I'm learning that, especially with jewelry. I like to keep my accessories minimal, so it needs to be something statement. So whether it's a pair of shoes or it's earrings, whatever it is, a nice belt, like I love to accessorize strategically. So not just throw on a bunch of things, because then it's just going to be bizarre. But accessories have a way of like elevating an outfit. So you can be wearing sweatpants and a nice pair of heels will just take you to, I don't know, Bond Street, wherever. Lastly, my fourth tip is to dress for you. So by all means, discover your style. I'm all for, being adventurous. Try different things, because if you don't try, then you won't know if it's for you or not. So as much as possible, try to, wear different things. If it's a tragic, fail, dust yourself up and be like, you know what, this isn't for me. And, this is for me. So over time, you discover your style, and then you always dress for you. Personally, like when I'm dressing, I'm not thinking about anybody else but myself. So what makes me feel good when I wake up in the morning, what I want to try, if I'm curious about a trend, it still has to feel like me. So yeah, so always dress for you. And so there you have it. Those are my 4 tips. I hope that you apply it, and if you do and you fail, well, you can arrest me, but please try to apply it, and and have fun with it. Fashion is supposed to be fun. There aren't any rules anyway. So bye.
It's been an exciting episode of Star Forward TV. I'm sure you can agree with me that we always serve you the best. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media pages coming up on your screen right now. Till I see you next time, don't forget to be stylish. Bye.